Okay, so this is the Angel Hug for Monday, the 26th of November. I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving, Americans, USA peeps. And I just really want to move into this week now with some reflections on the shifting that's been happening over the last week or so. It's been really, really intense. And I don't want to dwell on it too much. If you want to know a bit more about that, just go to the Atlantis reading, because I'm going to be covering that in that reading, because it has to be done. And I'm just going to move on in this reading and just look at some more, well, I don't know, we'll see what we're going to look at. Right, so Daily Messages feels like the right deck. And the card says, just hold that up a bit, because I'm still getting used to this new camera and how it focuses on things and all of that. So, right, Cupid, gorgeous card. I love this. That's a real channeling love card, isn't it? And it says, we send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this awakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Right, so that kind of works really well with some of the changes that were happening last week that I was aware of, that I sort of mentioned in the weekend Angel Hug, which is that, so it looks as if I am going to talk about this shifting, because one of the things that happened was that there were a lot of people who felt very, very out of control in terms of their emotions. This feels to me like the heart opening more. It feels like a huge amount of love and light coming in from a divine source and challenging any darkness, also bringing up a lot of fears as well in the heart. And I feel as if I'm being asked to look at this in more detail at the moment, because it's been an issue for quite a lot of people that I've come across, and I just really want to go into it in a little bit more of a loving way, really, because this card seems to be encouraging that, encouraging us to stay in our hearts, to roll with the punches is what I'm hearing, because they can feel like that. They can feel like a bit of a shock, that suddenly you're looking at decades of habits, of old patterns, concerning love and how we relate to people and how we trust and whether we allow people to get close, and how we go out of our hearts and into our heads in order to deal with that, the things that we use as distractions, the way that we allow fear to throw us off balance and to take us away from intimacy, and all the coverings and disguises that we use to stop us connecting with our hearts and being open to that level of connection and intimacy and commitment, I suppose, even commitment just at the heart level of saying, yes, I'm going to stay in this situation and I'm going to embrace all that it means to be really open to love. Because it's one of the things that challenges us most, and it's one of the things that grows us the most. So it's no wonder that it brings up quite a lot of fear sometimes. So one of the things that people have experienced last week with all of these out of control emotions has been the desire to run, the desire to shut down, the desire to change, to bolt, to change situations emotionally, to bolt, to leave them quickly, because sometimes the feelings are just so overwhelming. It's very difficult if you don't have good communication with someone, or if they're going through it as well. It's very hard to kind of match up your communications if everyone's running around like headless chickens trying to deal with all this emotion. So let today be a day to just come back into our hearts, not try to heal anything, not try to fix anything or patch anything up, just to come back into our hearts and ask ourselves, am I open to this? Am I open to love? And am I open to divine love, first of all? And is my openness to this going to open me up to another kind of love that might scare me? And can I allow myself to be open to just flowing with that possibility and allowing it to be present? I don't have to do anything about it yet, practically. I don't have to face anyone. It doesn't have to be with the person, if something has happened that's caused a split. I don't have to go back there. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe that's why it was challenged in that way, because the communication isn't very good. But whatever is happening on the practical, physical, material level in terms of relationships, it's a good day to ask ourselves, am I really open to love? Am I open to giving and receiving love in a way that's truly unconditional, truly loving, truly evolutionary, that's really going to allow me to grow, to expand my heart, to expand my capacity to love and to be myself, to be real with someone? Am I able to allow that to happen? So just sit with yourself and ask those questions, and if you get any sort of weird blocks or dark spots or anything, because we're all becoming much more clairvoyant, much more clairsentient, clairaudient, much more aware and able to scan ourselves and our consciousness and be aware of things. We are capable at the moment of evolution of decades of habits overnight. The shift is that powerful right now. These energies are so amplified that it's possible for us to resolve things very quickly. So if there's anything that feels blocked, just do a little bit of journaling about it. Just write it down, if that feels helpful. If it doesn't feel helpful, just try to feel where it is in your consciousness that you feel this block. Maybe the incident that it's related to, maybe some of the fears, specifically name them if you can, and then flood them with love and light. Just sit, make a meditation of that. Okay, that's it for today. That's all I'm going to do. No lucky dips or anything else, because that feels like quite a big shifty lesson. So enjoy, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.